Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching the English Binh Phuoc radio, television stations, and newspaper. I'm Hưng Kek, and now the headline as usual. 38% of employees in Binh Phuoc taking part in social insurance. Binh Phuoc to be a disease-free breeding center. Prime Minister meets voluntary blood donor. Đà Nẵng look at growing nighttime economy. Ladies and gentlemen, Binh Phuoc Social Insurance has said the application of IT, administrative procedure reform, and digital transformations are factors that have helped it complete the task set out over the past 5 years.
During this period, the provincial insurance sector has sharply reduced the number of administrative procedures from 115 in 2015 to just 25 in 2021. It's also flexible in receiving dossiers and returning the administrative procedures settlement results, helping businesses spend less time and money. More than 98% of enterprises in the province conduct electronic transactions, while all complete requirements in social insurance online. Thanks to the applications of IT, policies on social insurance and health insurance, as well as information on participants in the two types of insurance, are regularly updated and transparent. Under plans, it is expected that by the end of this year, 38% of workers in Binh Phuoc will take part in social insurance, 32% in unemployment insurance, and 93% in health insurance. The figure for social insurance increased 2.47% compared to 2022.
The cashew processing technology in Binh Phuoc province, Vietnam's cashew capital, is considered relatively modern and of regional and even world standard. Many local enterprises in the industry have invested strongly in technology, machinery, and equipment, helping boost productivity, save on raw material, and reduce costs, thereby better meeting requirements in the international markets.
Binh Phuoc now has a total of 1,416 cashew processing facilities, including 33 of medium size, 115 of small size, and 1,254 of micro size. Among these, 420 apply standards such as GMP, HACCP, ISO 22000, and BRC in production. These international food safety standards have helped the cashew industry in Binh Phuoc in particular, and Vietnam in general, maintain the world's #1 positions in cashew processing and exports over the past 17 years. Cashew products from Binh Phuoc province are exported to over 40 countries and territories, including the EU, the US, Japan, Australia, and China. The spearhead economic sector contributes 27 to 45% of Binh Phuoc's total annual export turnover and about 11% of its gross regional domestic product. The total export values of Binh Phuoc cashews stood at $1,045 billion in 2022.
Under a national plan approved by the government on July the 25th, Binh Phuoc will be one of 4 provinces in the southeastern region to become a disease-free breeding center in Vietnam by 2030.
By 2025, is to have 6 livestock breeding areas meeting disease safety standards under Vietnamese regulations and 4 areas meeting the standards of the World Organization for Animal Health. A disease-free chicken production chain serving exports began to take shape in Binh Phuoc in 2019 with the participation of CPV Food Company Limited. The company's production chain covers different stages from feed mills, breeding and farms to slaughtering and processing for export. In 2022, the Department of Animal Health at the Ministries of Agriculture and Rural Development recognized 6 districts, towns and cities in Binh Phuoc province, including Đồng Xoài, Trân Thành, Hương Quảng, Bình Long, Đồng Phú and Bù Đăng as being free from avian influenza and Newcastle disease.
Ladies and gentlemen, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính met with 100 outstanding voluntary blood donors nationwide on July the 29th, who were in Hanoi for a special program honoring their good deeds.
Speaking at the meeting, the government leaders said the 100 exemplary blood donors are beautiful symbols of humanity, compassionate love, and positive energy in the community and society. The party instead always create favorable conditions for blood donation, he said, citing Party General Secretary Binh Phuoc's blood donation appeal in April 2020, when the COVID-19 was developing complicatedly. Since the establishment of the National Steering Committee for Voluntary Blood Donation in 2008, more than 16 million blood units have been collected, 99% of which have come from voluntary donors. This is the 15th year that the program has been organized.
We have more news coming up next. Let's take a look.
President Vo Van Thuong's state visit to Italy and visit to the Vatican from July the 25th to the 29th continue to receive wide coverage on Italian newspapers. The AGC News on July 29th ran an article about the tightened relations between Hanoi and Rome after the Vietnamese president's visit. The article emphasized that Vietnam and Italy have issued a joint statement on strengthening the bilateral strategic partnership, which reaffirms the strong relationship between the two countries and plans for future cooperation. Meanwhile, the La Voce di Alba newspaper published an article quoting Member of Parliament Chiara Gribido, Vice President of Italian Democratic Party, as saying after her meeting with the Vietnamese president in Rome that the new trade agreement with Vietnam opens up new important commercial opportunities for businesses and show support for new business perspectives.
The U.S. had concluded its investigation into Vietnam's alleged import and use of timber illegally harvested or traded, and removed Vietnam from its currency manipulation list. After the move, the trade relations between the two countries are enjoying stronger growth.
According to the Trade Counselor of Vietnam in the U.S., this demonstrates appropriate guidance from relevant Vietnamese agencies, which all help foster a sustainable economic and trade relationship between the two countries. It is anticipated that there will be some favorable developments beyond the first half of this year, as the U.S. economy has shown signs of recovery with regard to growth and consumer demand. The U.S. businesses continue to show interest and a strong commitment to business cooperation with Vietnam.
The Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development forecast that aquatic product exports will bounce back at the end of the third quarter and has the yearly revenue target of $10 billion.
It reported that in the first 6 months of this year, the export value of aquatic products hit nearly $4.2 billion, down over 27% year-on-year. To achieve the yearly target, many businesses have diversified products, focused on intensive processing, and invested in value chains. Meanwhile, the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development and localities will further provide fishermen with market information and guide them to implement solutions to deal with the European Commission (EC's) yellow card warning against Vietnamese seafood, and step up inspections and handling of cases of illegal towards a sustainable fishery sector. Competent agencies will also work to remove obstacles relating to the Chinese and US markets, diversify export markets, and coordinate with banks to support businesses.
Ladies and gentlemen, Da Nang City had recently focused on developing nighttime economic model to broaden the experience for tourists and contribute to growth. Pilot model has been introduced in certain coastal areas and have initially seen positive results.
This An-Thu pedestrian mall and night market was recently opened in Ngũ Hành Sơn district for visitors seeking different options at night. The night market is quite vibrant and hosts entertainment activities to attract visitors. With a pedestrian mall and night market, this coastal area of Da Nang attracts thousands of visitors and shoppers every night. The city plans to link its night entertainment complexes to further boost the nighttime economy. My An Beach attracts about 1,000 visitors each night. This is considered an appropriate nighttime economic model associated with tourism activities in the city. Da Nang is gradually developing its nighttime economy, and pilot models have seen positive results. In order for the nighttime economy to shine, Da Nang will also create favorable conditions for service providers to make a positive contribution to economic growth.
And that is for the edition of BPTV News. Thank you very much for watching and see you next time.